Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And we'll see Cole Holcomb, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Lions and the Eagles, and it comes your way next.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit... 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to Week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback. Now a guy who went to prep school right here in Philly, DeAndre Swift. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Holding offense.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
You don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Here's Stewart to throw it. That is incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll take the block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's the first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 36. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one goes for 30 yards.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability.
Hurts fumbles it. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Holding defense.
So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 76 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Stewart sets to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Jack Fox out to punt here on fourth down. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken at the 18. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. The Eagles at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago: 3 catches, 53 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Hurts going right side here, and that's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. His throw incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cunningham. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brent, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Sanders is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And that is what you call lowering the boom down near the goal line. He was going to force his way in no matter what.
They always talk about low man wins when it comes to the offensive line, having the leverage to move the defenders. It's strong man wins when it comes to tackling in the red zone. And if you happen to be the low man and the strong man, that's a huge win.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Stewart. He finds his man, complete. That's Lambert. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Swift going to try up the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
2nd down, here's Stewart. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Throwing now, Stewart. Flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be taken at the 13. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
On 2nd and inches, Hurts. Catch, and the ball is knocked out. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now Stewart, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Holding offense.
That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Stewart. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now Stewart, 2nd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Lambert. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw on 3rd down, Stewart. And it'll be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. To try again after the sack, Hurts. It's caught on the right side, it's Smith. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Play action, here's Hurts. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Garrett Wilson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime. point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 33 yards that time. They go play action with Hurts. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
25 yards that time. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Once again with Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that point from the get-go. They didn't really crash in the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Throwing out of the shotgun, it's Stewart. And this is incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Stewart now to throw on 3rd down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Take it at the 37. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves. All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And once again, this is Sanders. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Hurts gets this to Sanders. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, we might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Touchdown, Eagles! Anthony Schwartz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 28-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Lions offense set to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a 1-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play as we play. Back now here on EA Sports. The Lions on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Stewart. Now he steps away. And that will be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Going for it on 4th down. Here's Stewart. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Robinson. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
You get down near the goal line, you need to start enlisting the help of all 11 guys on the defense. And that's a nice job there by the cornerback, squaring his shoulders and coming in to make the tackle.
On 2nd and goal, Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders. That's career touchdown number 131, and it ties him with Chris Carter for number 8 on the all-time list. And the Eagles are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this 35-0 now. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. They will throw on first down with Stewart. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. So he stopped for no gain, and that'll bring up second down. Looking to throw. Stewart. He finds his man. Complete. It's Lambert. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run with Sanders, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So out now come the Lions. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you. An interception.
And Stewart lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now the try here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position and only one play to score it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Another shot now for this Lions offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Room here to run. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. They're going for two. They'll kick the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. Gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Here's Stewart to throw it. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stewart. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
You see this a lot on corner blitzes because they don't often get a shot at the quarterback, so they want to take it when they can. But this time, the hit came too late. Easy call for the official.
Now Stewart on 1st and 10. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Back to throw again. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. So Flying Eagles fly.